back cabin hasn't been used for a while, Master Philip, and we didn't have much time. But I asked Margaret to come down and see that it was clean.
That's perfect, Giles. Thank you.
Well, I've made a fire for you, and Margaret expects you for breakfast in the morning.
Giles, we won't be staying the evening.
Well, as you like. Now, there is wine on ice, and coffee, and tea, and coca in the pantry. I fixed it for you just the way I used to fix it for Mr. Brandon.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Brandon Spaulding used to come up here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, he used to come down here regularly. Oh, it just didn't occur to me that we should have fixed it up for that nice young couple to spend their wedding night here. Most romantic place on earth, Mr. Brandon used to say.
You know, I'd almost forgotten that Mindy and Kurt had been married up here.
Oh, yes, most excitement we've had around here in a long, long time. We should have more of that, if you don't mind my saying so. Now, if you would like anything, you just let me know, Master Philip, and I'll see that it's taken care of.
Thank you, Giles. I will.
Now, have a good evening.
I will. You too.
You too, miss.
Oh, thank you.
Be sure to stoke the fire.
You know, I have known that man for over 20 years, and to this day, I still can't figure out what he's really thinking.
I bet he keeps that big house buzzing all night long.
Yeah, you know, he'd never believe it if I told him we were just good friends.
Neither would I.
Listen, where do you want to sketch?
Oh, I'm right here where it's warm. Philip, I can't thank you enough. This is exactly what I needed.
Well, thank Aunt Alex. It's her idea.
You just wouldn't believe what it's like. Not only have I moved back home, but with 3 women in the house. You know, I know they mean well. But sometimes I just want to be alone.
Well, that's funny. That's just what I don't want. I would love to come home to family. To someone I loved and someone who loves me back. Just like you and Lou Jack had it. Beth, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. If I won't talk about it.
No. That's what we're here for, isn't it? That's what I have to focus my energy on. I couldn't do it alone.
I wouldn't even think of doing something like this by myself. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I've written something?
Well, you wrote me that letter. And that beautiful short story about our prom night as a Christmas gift. Face it, Philip. You're a natural when it comes to putting words together.
And you're a natural when it comes to drawing.
No, not anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I just procrastinate and then wind up getting nothing done.
But can't you see that's why this is such a good idea? Something that we can't do alone, we have to try it together.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about leaving Springfield. Starting over someplace new. Jackson's asked me to come and work for him in New York. And I think I might just accept the offer.
Whoa there.
How is it outside?
Mighty, mighty pretty, way it should have been for Christmas. Oh. Everybody here?
Everybody except the bride. Come on in.
Hi, Sally. How are you, darling?
Fine, darling. Good to see you.
How are you, Kyle? Nice to see you.
Kyle, honey, will you forgive me?
Mother.
Now, I know what I did was wrong, but if you can't forgive me, I just don't know what I'm going to do.
I understand now, after having met the Cardinal, after finally having met and spoken with my father, I understand.
Well, but darling, you shouldn't have had to hear about it like that. I wanted to be the one to tell you.
You must have loved him very much to keep a secret like that for all these years.
I did. I loved him very much, Kyle, and I loved you too, but I had to make a choice, and choosing to protect him was at your expense.
Well, that was an impossible choice to make.
The one thing you always wanted was your identity, and that was the one thing that I could never give you.
Yes, but I've got that now. Don't you see, Mother? I have that. The thing that's the most important thing in the whole world to me. I've got. Yeah, I do love you, Mother, and I'm very glad that you're here now.
I love you, Kyle. Can you possibly know how much?
I do. Now more than ever, I do.
Well, now, Darling, you're starting a new chapter in your life tonight. And, of course, you don't owe me any explanations, but I do want you to be honest with yourself. Is marrying Maeve Stoddard what you really want?
Oh,
May.
well, there you are. We were wondering where you were.
Let me help you with your coat.
Thank you. I was calling my family. They're out of the country. That's why they can't be here. Oh. Well, we're here, and we'll be your family tonight.
And maybe for a lot longer than that. It's not often we get to make friends relatives.
You look beautiful. Thank you.
Most beautiful bride I have ever seen, except, of course, my grandbaby.
Thank you, H.B. Is everything set with the minister?
Yeah, everything's all set.
All right. H.B., I'm so glad you could be here.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Kyle told me everything about his father.
I'm sorrier about that than anyone will ever know.
Well, I know how much Kyle wants you all to be here. The Lewises are still his family. Blood is one thing, H.B., but love is another. And as far as Kyle's concerned, you're his father and Billy is his brother. I wonder, would you do me a favor?
Anything for you.
How would you feel about giving the bride away?
Why, I'd be honored. That is, if you're sure.
Well, of course I am. My father is in Europe, and there's no one else
Maeve,
that I would
dear,
rather...
I didn't mean that. Are you sure you want to marry Kyle?
Why exactly am I here? It's perfectly simple. I invited you to dinner. I just thought you wouldn't want to eat alone.
I wasn't going to. I was going to have a nice dinner with Philip at home.
Oh, we didn't tell you then. I'm afraid he's been called out of town for the evening on business.
Oh. Do you know if he's due back tonight?
No. No, I don't. You don't believe I just invited you to dinner, do you?
No.
I know. I've been hard on you. And we've had our difficulties in the past.
That's putting it mildly.
I've done a lot of thinking lately. I've had reason to reevaluate my life and my relationships. The new year is right around the corner, and one of the resolutions I intend to make concerns my relationship with you. Let's let bygones be bygones and forget about the past. The family I have left is more important to me now than ever. I'd like to clean the slate and start over. Would you?
I think you'll like this.
I can't really stay for dinner.
Oh, all right then, just a drink. To toast my new resolution.
Oh, all right then.
Would you like to join us, Warren? Two old friends.
When Tim